Well, it sounded like spring, but felt like winter. Check this video out here from Jason McGuire. Crank up the sound and wait till you see this. Can't hear that. Wow, let's take a look at some other videos that we got. We got a ton of other videos from viewers. Here's Nicole Davis, cloud to ground lightning strikes. Sharik Clark got this video where it's hailing and sleeting at the same time.
Look at that.
And I was doing Facebook Live as lightning bolts were happening. This is taking a look at Bella Vista. Kirk Lacewell also got some of that thunder. Listen to it. The birds are chirping, too, at the same time. Now, we zoom in, and you can actually see the difference between sleet and hail, where hail is a little more opaque and a little larger. Sleet is a little more translucent. So let's go to the graphics now, and I want to show you exactly why this occurred. First of all, this is a tweet that we made yesterday afternoon saying, wow, check out this sounding. So meteorologists look at soundings, which is essentially a measure of the atmosphere, the temperature and dew point with height. There could be lots of lightning with freezing rain in the morning as models depict some what we call mostly unstable CAPE. Now, what is that? Well, we're going to take you through a sounding, all right? So this is a little bit of a science lesson, but I just want to take you into the science as to how meteorologists predict the weather, including a very rare phenomenon like thundersleet. So this is called a skewed T log P. Notice these temperature lines. Temperature lines are skewed to the right. This line right here, everything along that line is exactly 32 degrees Fahrenheit, 0 degrees Celsius. The blue line that you see in the middle, that's the wet bulb temperature. The red line is the temperature, and the green line is the dew point temperature. So remember, you're at the surface at the bottom of this, and you go up, you're increasing with height. So now let's take a look at the atmosphere. Everything to the left of this blue line is below freezing. So our air right in here is below freezing. That's that shallow wedge of Arctic air that was very cold. But above our heads, we had this warm air right here. And this is the actual representation of what the atmosphere was like. So with this above freezing air, that's going to melt all this precipitation right here as it falls into that warm layer of air, and then it refreezes. But it was deep enough where it became sleet. Now, where did the thundersleet come from? This is called instability, and you know warm air rises. So if you have air that's warmer than its surrounding air, it's going to continue to rise. And so this is called elevated instability. There's the thunderstorm that formed from this, and that's why we got spring-like thunderstorms. Now, not only was this lightning rather intense and loud, but it caused some damage. Check this out from the Bella Vista Fire Department. Structural damage, struck a tree, ran down a gas line, caught this porch on fire on the west side of Bella Vista. Now, we did some lightning research, and this is the actual lightning bolt right there that was responsible with this, and that is a lot of amperage. Minus 62, which means 62,000 kiloamps, 62 kiloamps, 62,000 amps. And look at all this lightning. I mean, this is a once-in-a-lifetime kind of storm as it comes through. Now, one last thing. You remember that sounding that we showed you with that dry air, with the temperature and the dew point really far spread apart? That's what this is, that dry slot that comes in. That dry slot, what it did is it caused the atmosphere to become unstable aloft, and that's why those thunderstorms formed. So it literally was like spring-like thunderstorms in the wintertime.
That's so crazy. So the further up you went, the warmer you got, which is kind of counterintuitive. You usually don't assume that to be true. I know,
exactly.
So the further you went up, the more it was like spring, and that's why it sounded like spring until you heard the hail fall in between the thunderclaps.
It was crazy, and sleet that was falling, and then there was like this feathery snow-like ice crystals that I've never seen before. So I've experienced a lot of things. This was a first for me, and the whole family got to see it too. But I just wanted to take you further as to exactly how that occurs.
That was a lot right there. Thank you for that. I appreciate
welcome.
that. Learned a lot with that. Thank you, Dan.